altcoin space is about to get out of control. So in this video, there are 4 top altcoins that have huge news for accomplishing certain milestones, and I think they can actually do great while the whole altcoin space is doing great as well. So let's get started with the topic. First, a quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Alright, now let's get right into this amazing video. We'll talk about 4 different altcoins, which I think you need to know about, very interesting ones. Basically what we'll do, I'll just tell you some interesting things about that. I'll tell you what they are and why they have potential in my eyes. So that's what we'll do. So let's get right into it. The first project we'll talk about is called Aptos. So Aptos is actually a new public chain. It's proof of stake and it launched, I think, November last year. And it's developed by former Facebook employees that aim to achieve high throughput and high security for smart contracts built using the Move language, which is quite innovative. And it uses a BFT consensus and a Move programming language, like I said, to build the most secure and scalable layer 1 blockchain. So here you can actually check out their website. It's being developed and it's being kept up by Aptos Labs, which is funded by the Aptos Foundation. You can actually see that Aptos, since its launch in November, has already done more than 160 million transactions, and it already has a great ecosystem as well. If you actually go to the Aptos Foundation, and I do want to say that all the links you will need will be down in the description, but there under community you can actually find out more about ecosystem projects, also about grants, because they actually do give away money to projects building on Aptos. But if you check out their ecosystem, they have a lot of different centralized applications and apps building on their network. You have different launchpads, marketplaces, security projects, social tokens. You can find out more about that right here. As you can see, it's still growing a lot right now. So Aptos definitely is one of those new projects, which by the way has also received over $300 million in funding. That can definitely kick away older projects like Cardano perhaps or Solana. So definitely want to keep on your radar, check it out, research and see if you want to buy some. Now the next project we'll talk about is called Icon. And Icon is actually also a new programming language and it's a tool chain for developing smart contracts on the Cardano blockchain. So it's actually building upon the Cardano blockchain, which is actually a bullish thing. We'll get into that a little bit later. And it takes inspiration from many modern languages such as Gleam, Rust and Elm, which are known for very friendly error messages in there while coding, and overall an excellent developer experience. So here you can actually check out their website. If you want to know more, check out the documentation, for example, and you can also see a little bit more about the programming language right here. But like I said, it really builds upon the Cardano blockchain. It allows developers of smart contracts to actually take full advantage of the Cardano blockchain. And something we have seen over the last months is that the Cardano blockchain is doing very well. Daily transactions are very high at this point of time, daily active addresses as well. And most importantly, the total value locked has in the last half a year gone from $50 million in value locked on their blockchain to over $150 million, which is an increase of about 200%, and there's no other major blockchain that has done that. So if you actually want to capitalize on that great development Cardano has done, perhaps Icon is a great way to do that. Alright, so now before we get into the next project, which is Algorand, I do want to remind you that all the links you will need for these projects will be down in the description. But for now, let's get into Algorand. So Algorand is both a digital currency and a blockchain platform / network, whatever you want to call it. But the Algorand platform is designed to process many transactions very quickly, similar to major payment processors like MasterCard or Visa. So their Algo token, it's actually a coin we should say, also plays a more prominent monetary and financial role in their ecosystem. And in addition, Algorand can host other cryptocurrencies and blockchain-based projects, making it a direct competitor to Ethereum. And Algo, the platform's native currency, is used to secure the Algorand blockchain and pay processing fees for Algorand-based transactions. So Algorand right now has a transaction per second count of about 8 currently, and a block time which is very low of 3.8 seconds. And especially that transaction fee that is right now, well, it's almost zero. Let's keep it at that. Is amazing. And they have over 31 million unique addresses. Algorand is also a darling in the crypto communities. It's very loved, and apart from that, it has an even bigger ecosystem than what we looked at earlier. They're very great with funding new applications. So for example, you can see like only for decentralized finance applications, they have already granted almost $14 million. Same goes for art and music, NFTs, almost $8 million and so forth. It's really one of the best networks for decentralized applications that want to build cheap to use decentralized applications and actually want to get some funding. Now the last project we'll talk about is Avalanche. And Avalanche is again a cryptocurrency and blockchain blockchain network that rivals Ethereum. And it's actually pretty big, and they actually developed some very amazing features lately as well. And their native token is called AVAX. It has the same utilities kind of as Algorand in that it secures the network. It's a proof of stake network, but it's also used for fees. And the Avalanche blockchain can provide near transaction finality, which is actually amazing. And I'll show you some other interesting statistics as well. So here you can actually discover multiple projects that are building on Avalanche right now. They have an amazing platform to actually use. So for example, you can find out different project categories. And what Avalanche has is actually a broader category amount. Like for example, they also have wealth management. They really focus on enterprises, so big businesses that want to get into blockchain. And they have a lot of projects as well in education, data, and well, obviously DeFi and gaming, but every network really has that. And if you take a look at some statistics on Avalanche right now, you can see that over the last 7 days only, they almost did 8 million transactions, a max transaction speed per second 200, which is very, very high. And apart from that, you can see that the contracts built on Avalanche are growing, active addresses are growing, and apart from that, just in general, the network is actually doing very well. Still growing, like I said, they released some great features lately as well, which would allow you to build your own subnet, which is great, and it empowers the Avalanche network, but that's Avalanche for you right now. So now we reached the end of this video. We talked about 4 amazing projects. Like I said, if you actually want to check them out, check out the links down in the description. But for now, if you found this video helpful, please make sure to add a like and add comments with questions I might have missed, and subscribe to our channel.